Welcome to Good Burger, home of the Good Burger. Can I take your order? What's going on, people?
Please.
Hell no, 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 no. What's going on, people? You are now tuning in to the Heavy Hitters. Let's get it. Hey, everybody jamming right now. 6 man.
Everybody is kung fu fighting.
Well, I really look like I'm about to take somebody's order. What's going on, people, man? What is going on? As you already know, this is Wednesday night, which means it is Heavy Hitters Wednesday night. And I am your boy, the 6 man, K Styles. To my stage left, Mr. Incognito
The anonymous
right now.
one.
Incognito, the mad scientist, Mad Mind Sports. And down at the bottom, we got the minister, Jew Talk Sports. And we are your heavy hitters. We have a bye week this week, so we gonna switch it up a little bit this week as far as how we're gonna attack it. But first, make sure you go ahead and hit that subscribe button. Make sure you hit that like button on your way in, so we would definitely appreciate it. So, as we already know, man, we can't start a show without doing what?
The roll call.
Roll call. And today's roll call is sponsored to you by absolutely nothing, but we're going to do it anyway. And we're going to kick it off with William Amy, Joseph Thornton, Deshaun Caswell, Pamela Johnson, Andrew G. Jamaris 58 William. Y'all make sure y'all go and subscribe to his channel. He get so you can get his Falcons perspective on things as well. Good thing over there. We got Mr. John Higgins, Terrell Thomas, Ted Sports and Gaming. We got Brian Peoples, Lee 85, D Coleman. We got AFN's Falcon Therapist and Big Ant in the building. ATL Leo, Devon, Sherman Wood, Dre Murphy, Low Ski, Sonia Howell. That's my peoples. Trauma Locks. And we're going to go ahead and end it in 3, 2, Let me go ahead and pad that rock to my man's over here so he can cook up that formula. What you got for him, man, Mike?
All right, man. This is your boy, man, Mike. I want to do a couple of a little housekeeping real quick. uh, pay a little bill, do a little bit of promotion right now. We're gonna start with the first one here. You guys have not already checked out your boy Jew Talks 4. He just dropped a video today. Should the Atlanta Falcons start Desmond Ritter? So you get his take. So head over to Atlanta Falcons next to Jew Talk Sports to check out that video, and please leave a comment. Do not forget to subscribe. As you see, he's about 1.93, about 70 away from 2K. So you guys be sure, do not just like it, do not just view it. Please hit that subscribe button. It really matters. So um, head over to Do Talk Sports. Also, we have a podcast for all the people that like podcasting while you're working. You probably don't want to hear the shit that your boss is talking. You probably don't want to hear the shit with your coworkers are talking, and you have opportunity to put your AirPods in your ear, your headphones in your ear, whatever you got, man. Head over to Spotify, Apple Podcasts, all the podcasting platforms over there for you guys, um, and listen to our shows. We're gonna have a lot of AFN shows. We're gonna have the heavy hitters. We're gonna have cooler talks. We're gonna have a lot of shows on that, so be sure to hit the podcast and platforms over there. But that's all we got to say, man, about that. And do not forget to hit the subscribe button myself right now. GSN, Mad Mike Sports, Jew Talk Sports, Six Man K Styles, Atlanta Falcons Nation, Free Life Sports Podcast. That's it. Let's get to the show, baby.
Hadouken!
That was a quick promo. Y'all like that quick promo? That was pretty quick.
Hey, ain't nothing wrong with that, man. Ain't nothing wrong, man. We all trying to eat out here, and we also trying to do it for the people the right way. So, as we already know, hey, Jew, you want to do a little quick promo or something right quick before we get started as well?
Hey, man. I'm chilling, man. Mike already took care of the housekeeping for me, but you guys definitely go check out my last video. It was good. It's a long video. It's about a 13-minute video. But if you guys want to get my take on Desmond Ritter, the Marcus Mariota take, we know that that's the hot topic, especially because we're in the bye week. Definitely go check out the video. I put some informative stuff as usual in the video. Just giving my opinion. This is my opinion because I know some of the fans take it personal, and it's not personal. This is what we personally feel. As we say, you have the right to your own opinion. If you feel like we should start Desmond Ritter, that's why we leave the comment section. Leave your reasons, though. That's what we want to hear. I heard K-Styles the last 2 days asking you guys, if you want Desmond Ritter to start, give us your valid reasons. Don't just say, we want to see what he can do. That's not a reason.
Mm-hmm.
I can say that about any player. I want to see what he can do. No, let's give us some reasons of why you think it would be best for us to start him. I mean, if that's the only reason you can give is you want to see what he can do, okay, whatever. But I would like you to go in a little bit of depth. Give us some more than just we want to see what he can do. Tell us why it would benefit the Falcons as an organization to start Desmond Ritter. But
exactly.
Videos, go check it out, man.
Exactly, man, because it's tiresome to ask a question like that and you get the same response. For those that's probably, well, most of y'all are fans of Mad Mike Sports. Might saw Cooler Talk Monday, and we literally had this same damn problem where you have certain people will tell you they need to do it, but they won't give you a reason why they should do it. Or in this certain person's case, I can't pass judgment because I don't know.
Again, we're not professionals. We keep telling you guys that this is our opinion. That's my channel. That's my opinion. But we respect everybody's opinion. But when they open up the chat to you guys and give you a chance to come in and speak your truth, come in and speak your truth. Trust me, these guys don't bite. I know Mad Mike and K-Styles. Look, I'm on the show. So if they open it up for you guys, I'll make sure to be the peacemaker, the calm before the storm. We'll let you talk.
Right.
We'll be quiet and let you talk.
But here's the problem. If you come in with the wrong energy, you're going to get the wrong energy. But the issue with that is some people come in with good intentions. That person came in with bad intentions.
I'm not the one. I'm definitely not the person to coming there with the wrong energy. Just coming here with the right energy, and I promise you'll have 20 seconds, you'll have 20 minutes, you'll have 15 minutes, you'll have 10 minutes, you'll have 5 minutes just to speak your piece. But please just come in with the right energy. That's all we ask for.
So, since this is a trending topic, and then like you said, Drew had did his informative video on the Desmond Ritter topic, why don't we just start with that? Since it's a bye week, so we have no damn keys. So it's going to be a great informative show today. So let's go ahead and talk. Let's go ahead and talk about it. Because for some reason, I think in reality, they need to just do away with all 11 positions and just make the quarterback a passing skills challenge. Because for some reason, when it's talking about football, it almost seems like nothing else matters but the quarterback. But let's go ahead and let's go ahead and talk with it. Let's set it up. As we see, the Falcons are 5-8 now. And the informant, and I guess you could say that the season is not going as what people expect. And as we heard of Arthur Smith talking about, changes are definitely coming and evaluations are necessary for this bye week. This is one of the major topics, one of the major concerns that a lot of people are having right now is Marcus Mariota or Desmond Ritter. Now, my brothers, if you would do me the honors, who gonna kick it off?
I mean, Drew can go because I don't even know what the hell you just said.
God damn it, Mike! All I said was Marcus Mariota, Desmond Ritter.
You go, please.
I'll go ahead and kick it off. It's cool. I'll go ahead and kick it off. But
damn it, Mike.
I'll say this.
I'm sorry, man. I'm sorry. I'm just over that multitasking, man.
Multitasking. I got the multitasking. That shit.
That's why I did
3-year-old troublemaker, boy.
She helps me so much because I'm horrible.
But anyways, I'll say this. You guys know why I stand on it. Mm-hmm. I said this since the beginning of the season. Let Desmond Ritter sit. You stick with Marcus Mariota unless he got injured or unless you're outside the playoff picture. That's what I'm looking at. If you're going to play Desmond Ritter, which I have no problem with playing Desmond Ritter, but wait till we're mathematically eliminated from the playoffs. I've been seeing a lot of fans on on my channel on the video that I dropped, kind of saying like, well, now that the Bucs won against the Saints, the Falcons are eliminated. We're not eliminated, people. I don't know if you guys watched that Monday Night Football game, but I did. The Buccaneers look atrocious. Yeah, they won the game. Yeah, they made 2 drives at the end of the game and end up winning the game with the Saints, helping them out, doing dumb things down the stretch, which look familiar. making mistakes after mistakes after mistakes and giving the Bucks opportunities, they was able to win the game. But at this point, because the Falcons are not yet eliminated, you stick with Marcus Mariota until we're eliminated. Once you do that, you guys keep hearing me say Desmond Ridder isn't the savior. Nobody's coming to save this Atlanta Falcons team. Once you're eliminated from the playoffs, there's no expectations. Then you can put Desmond Ridder in the game if you just want to see what he can do. Since that's the number one answer for everybody that want to see him play is we just want to see what we have. We want to see what he can do. Where if you want to do that, wait until we're eliminated mathematically, meaning the Bucks have won enough games that eliminates the Falcons from being able to win the division. But until then, you allow Marcus Mariota to play because, as I mentioned, these guys that are on these teams, these veterans, these guys, even the young guys on this team, you heard these guys in the locker room after the loss against the Steelers. They're not putting it on Marcus Mariota. They back Marcus Mariota 100%. So at the end of the day, until we eliminate it, let these guys keep fighting for it. To me, I've heard a lot of Falcons fans, to me, we seem soft because we give up too easy. We just want to give up. Oh, they lost, so we just need to give up. The season's over. Let's just give up with 4 games left. Even though you only get one game out, we're ready to give up and throw in the towel. Like, come on, guys. Like, these guys have fought all year for this. Let these guys finish what they started, point blank in the period. That's a loser's mentality to go into the locker room and say, well, we're going to press this reset button. Even though we one game out and the Bucks won, we have no chance. Even though you have the Buccaneers on your schedule, the Buccaneers haven't swept us. They still got to see us again. So we're really only one game out. There's no guarantee that the Buccaneers are going to beat the San Francisco 49ers at San Francisco Sunday. There's no guarantee after that the Buccaneers have the Cincinnati Bengals in Tampa. We know how good that offense is for the Bengals. Plus, they got Jamar Chase back. So the way that the Bucks are looking, the division could literally come down to the final game against the Bucks and the Falcons. So until we're eliminated, don't throw in the towel. I don't understand what the panic is about. I don't understand with putting Desmond Ridder out there, and that's why we keep asking you guys, what pros, as I talked about in my video, pros and cons, what are the pros of throwing Desmond Ridder out there? Personally, I would rather see Desmond Ridder next year because you have money. You'll be able to bring in more players to solidify your offensive line, solidify your defensive line. Kyle Pitts will be back. You'll have that full, you'll be at full strength. I don't want to throw Desmond Ridder into this situation against the Saints at New Orleans, which is one of the hardest places to play. I feel like you're setting him up for failure. No Kyle Pitts. Like, why throw him out there? For what reason? To me, you're not going to learn anything. I want to see us at full strength. We talked about when Matt Ryan came to our team. You had a good offensive line. You had Michael Turner. So you gave Matt Ryan a chance to grow. You don't want to throw Desmond Ridder into this situation when this team is not a complete team. I feel like next year you'll have more of a complete team because you'll have money. Plus, you'll have your draft picks. Plus, you'll have these players right now that'll be one more year developed. AK, all these guys that are playing, Tyler Algier, these guys will be 1 year better because they played pretty much this full season. So I don't really know what the big hoopla. I don't know why everybody's so ready to see Desmond Ridder, because I did see a couple comments and they go back to what Kay has been talking about. Let's see what he can do these 4 games so we can draft another quarterback. Well, 4 games is not enough time to get a fair assessment, especially because I just mentioned we're not at full strength. So you're not going to know what you have. I dang near our best offensive weapon is injured right now. So what are you going to learn from Desmond Ridder being thrown out there right now? I don't really feel like it's much you can learn. I'll leave it at that because I can continue to ramble on. But that's just a small portion of what I put in the video. You guys go check it out. But I just don't see the benefit of moving away from Marcus Mariota at this point. Just let him finish the season. If you get eliminated and it comes down to the last 2 games, you're mathematically eliminated. Okay, and coach, let's see what Ridder can do. At that point, so be it. But I'm not putting them in a situation where the playoffs are still on the line. Now we're throwing them out there because I know how most of us Falcons fans are. We're not patient. And I'll leave it at that.
Fire in the chat, everybody. Fire in the chat. Fire in the chat.
Got to get that fire. Since he done lit the chat on fire, I guess I'll live up to the stats part of the heavy hitters. So we already got to get some truth. We got to get some facts. We got to get some stats. Well, Drew hit almost all of them. So the stats, got a few numbers that I want people to listen to. And these numbers are not going to make a lot of people happy. K-Styles probably know where I'm going. You probably know where I'm going with this. Again, yesterday I stated that Marcus Mariota, for me, is the most impressive player for this Atlanta Falcons team due to the fact that the Falcons are obviously a team that has $80 million in dead cap money. I don't know any other quarterback in the league that has to deal with that. That's a starting quarterback. You have these numbers, all right? And this is a guy that's a former MVP product. I'm not going to state his name, but he is a former MVP of the entire NFL. And his numbers goes as such. I'm just going to give you a few numbers. It's 2,200 yards, 2,242 yards passing, 17 touchdowns, and 7 interceptions, okay? Marcus Mariota, 2,219, 15 touchdowns, and 9 interceptions. Why do I bring this up? It's because one of these guys are being threatened. Their job has been threatened to be taken away. With numbers like this, I don't see why this particular guy is being threatened. Outside of your own personal egos, your own personal views, there shouldn't be any threats for this guy's job, especially when both of these teams have dang near identical numbers, not only passing, touchdowns, interceptions, rushing yards. Why is one guy's job being threatened and the other guy is about to receive one of the biggest paydays in the entire history of the NFL? So again, why, people, are we pointing the finger at Marcus Mariota when the other guy is being looked at as one of the greatest quarterbacks to ever play the game, and he's putting up average numbers at best? So when it all comes down to it, Marcus Mariota, does he deserve to keep his job? Absolutely. Has he been a great quarterback under the definition of what great means? Absolutely not. Does he deserve to lose his job? Absolutely not. Does Desmond Ridder deserve to be a quarterback? Well, given the fact that he's a third-round pick, absolutely not. So let's be real. If you're a third-round product, a third-round pick, why in the hell are we talking about a guy that deserves a shot to be a quarterback? Nobody looks at a third-round pick and say, this guy is going to be my quarterback of the future. He's going to start day one, season one. Day one, season one. Let's keep it real. It's about being real. It's not about what we like. It's not about what we prefer. It's about the truth. Guys that are drafted in the second, quarterbacks that are drafted in the second round, third round, and below, all these guys are products. Okay? So these guys have to have, like you said, they have to have everything in order. You have to have veteran guys. You got to have young guys like Drake London, Kyle Pitts. These guys already to a point where they are fully comfortable with not only our system, but know how to adjust to what other teams are doing. So when Desmond Ritter comes in, he doesn't have to worry about that. He can just solely focus on being a quarterback, doing the small things such as, like I said, with Marcus Mariota being more vocal, um, worrying about him and his cadence as far as the quick concern, and learning it. How we heard Matt Ryan. With the cadence when Matt Ryan switching up his cadence, when he's on the road against a team like the New Orleans Saints. We know how their fans get rowdy when they in that dome. So he has to learn small, intricate details of being a quarterback. So at the end of the day, Ritter does not in any way deserve to be a starter. Okay, I'm going to say that again. Ritter in no way deserves to be a quarterback, especially when he is in a first round pick. And I know that's not what people want to hear, but it's the truth. It's up to him to prove that he is ready to be the quarterback for not only the Atlanta Falcons, but the NFL. He got to prove that he's ready to be a quarterback. And he got to do the small thing, like we said, learn how to read the playbook, learn to read, learn to know everybody else's job, because that was another thing that quarterbacks have to know. He got to know what the lineman job is. He got to learn what the running backs, our wide receivers, the tight ends. He got to know what everybody's job is. Can you honestly look at yourself and look at Desmond Ritter and say, right now, this guy knows everybody's job? And that's a hell no, not in year one. So at the end of the day, I know they ain't going to hurt. It's going to hurt some feelings. But all we do here is the facts, the stats, and the absolute truth. The end.
Okay. Let me say something like this. Do you realize what just happened? I want everybody to realize what just happened. I'm going to ask everybody that's watching. I'm going to ask my brothers here. Do you realize what has recently just happened?
What's that, K-Style?
These Atlanta Falcons essentially did the one thing that most fans don't even realize they literally just did. They've turned Desmond Ritter into a fan favorite.
Woo! Oh, I know where you're going with this. I got you.
Because remember, let's put the timeline on this. Falcons draft third round. Everybody, their mama put their money on Malik Willis. They went Desmond Ritter. What did we hear around that point? That it was a mistake doing that, because one of the major reasons was because he lost to Alabama. The second thing was because he doesn't fit the culture. Then we heard all the way up, all the way going into training camp that, you've already heard the we should have did this, the should have did that, the should have did this, the should have did that. Till the first preseason game. Till the preseason came. Then it was like, okay, you see the processes, you see what the. It didn't surprise me at all because, like I said, this was my guy from the get go. Now, if I ask y'all that, okay, now I'm gonna go back to Monday. I'm gonna go back what dude said. They said we should have started Desmond Ritter after the Cincinnati game. We was literally four right around what was like 3-4 after that game. It was 3-4 after that game, so it was really no reason to do that. But I always had in the back of my head that the game plan that Arthur Smith had for this whole quarterback carousel was all dependent on the bye week. And shout out to Fred Butts for the $5 super chat.
Thank you, sir.
He said the only reason Ritter didn't start from the start is because Arthur Smith loves Mariota. I disagree with you on that. There's a thing called a game plan. And Fred Butts, you already know, and we've said this plenty of times when Arthur Smith got here, is that they are stubborn and they're going to do their things their own way. The reason why Arthur Smith is not really beloved in Atlanta as a head coach is not because he can't call plays. The problem is he's stuck. Like I said, he's going to do things his way. Now, we've seen that with Dan Quinn about doing things his way. But I'm not going to pass judgment on him in year 2 compared to Dan Quinn in year 5 and 6. And hold on. And this was the other point. No, they didn't. Because Justin Fields is doing the same exact thing. The biggest difference is he's running the ball almost 100 times more, but doing the same thing.
He's already injured. Already nursing a shoulder injury and multiple other injuries. Juice's father is a what? What? He's a Bears fan. So Juice knows this better than anybody. What's the talk surrounding Justin Fields? Not that he isn't a great prospect. He could very well be a great quarterback if he does one thing and one thing only. And that's learn how to be a quarterback. So him having so many rushing attempts isn't helping him be a quarterback.
Mm-hmm. Because when people talk about Justin Fields, they always talk about him running the football. So is it really him doing something better? Like I said, if we're just going to base on the rushing attempts, what the fuck it is to have a running back then if we're just going to be talking about him?
I just thought about something. I thought about something. That made me think about something real quick. If the Atlanta Falcons are already fourth, and somebody get me the numbers on the Bears rushing game? Like how many? Where do they rank as far as their rushing is concerned? I like that. I got something Like somebody give me the numbers on
that. I think the Bears and the Falcons, I think both of them are like in the top 5 in rushing.
They're in the top 5?
Both of them.
Because what I'm thinking is something that I don't think anybody paid any attention to. Yeah, something that I've been paying attention to. All right, so I'm looking at some numbers right here. I'm looking at some numbers here that is real interesting. Really interesting, I might add. The quarterback for the Atlanta Falcons I just named, Marcus Mariota, has 2,200 yards passing, 17 touchdowns, and Justin Fields has 1,800 yards passing and 13 touchdowns, 10 interceptions. If the Atlanta Falcons if they were drafted Justin Fields, let's just say they traded, we just trade picks. We just trade players right now. How does Justin Fields make the Atlanta Falcons better when he has worse numbers than the guy that we have with? Okay? He has close to 400 yards less, or about 400 yards less than our starting quarterback. And both of these teams are top 5 rushing teams. How does Justin Fields make this team? Where they go to?
They number 1. The Bears are number 1 rushing.
They number 1.
Yeah.
So, yeah, we may be the number 1 rushing team, but even with them being the number 1 rushing team in the league, they're still, what's their record again?
3-10.
3-10. Yeah.
3-10. So he had the number 1 rushing offense in the league, but they're still 3-10. So how does Justin Fields make this team better? Riddle me that, Batman.
I just put on what y'all were talking about, Mike and Kay, and this is like when I always say segment right here. So the Bears are actually giving us the blueprint of what not to do with a young quarterback. Mm-hmm. They made Justin Fields the crash test dummy. Mm-hmm. I've been saying this. They basically are doing what we want to do with Desmond Ridder. They put him out there with no weapons, and we see what it's leading to. This man, they got this man injured out here like he's the whole team by himself, a one-man team, and this man is injured. This is what we don't want to see for Desmond Ridder. I don't want to see him be the crash test dummy. You guys hate Marcus Mariota so much. Let him be the pinata.
Exactly.
Why we want to hurt our young up-and-coming quarterback? If y'all hate Marcus Mariota so much, let him take on the burden of being the crash test dummy. The Bears are doing it with their number 1 over, their first-round draft pick in Justin Fields. Instead of building a team, allowing him to develop and having a veteran quarterback in front of him until they build their defense back up, till they build an offensive line, till they get him weapons. They doing just what we want to do as Falcons fans. They threw him out to the Wolves, and what has it led to? Yeah, he has a bunch of highlights. Yeah, he's broken a lot of rushing records as a quarterback, but they still sit at 3-10, a worse record, if I'm correct, fellas, than the Atlanta Falcons right now. Mm-hmm. This is what we talk about. If you want to see what the Falcons going to look like with Desmond Ridder, look no further than the Chicago Bears, people. We trying to tell you, like, when you throw a young quarterback out there with no protection, this is what you get. With no weapons, with no chemistry, you get 3-10.
Let me get this real quick. Let me get this real quick. And this is why I'm gonna continue to hammer home. Also, everybody want to say you can't compare Lamar and Marcus Mariota. Why? Why can't you? Look, you get paid for your performance, right? Am I right? Do we get paid by our performance, or do we get paid by our potential? Somebody Somebody answer me that. So you're talking about a guy who is on the verge of getting, again, a 200, dang near $300 million contract. He's playing on the same level as a guy that's making what, 15, $20 million a year. So again, if you're getting paid by your performance, which guy is underachieving and what guy is overachieving? So if he has the same number as Marcus Mariota, I would personally say that Marcus Mariota is overachieving and Lamar is underachieving. And the guy that is underachieving, why would I want him on my team? Why would I want Lamar Jackson on my team if he's underachieving? I don't give a damn about what he did last year. Because what? It's about this year. If you're not helping, I don't give a damn about what you college. I don't give a damn what you did in 2018. It's 22. This league stands for not for long. Everybody heard that before? Not for long. You keep playing like this shit, Lamar Jackson, you ain't gonna be a quarterback for long. I can promise you this. You won't be a starting quarterback making that type of money for long.
And another stat that we need to point at too, Mike, when we talk about the Ravens and the Falcons, where does Lamar Jackson's defense rank? I just looked it up. So the Baltimore Ravens defense, overall defense, is 9th in the league. The Atlanta Falcons defense is 29th in the league.
Wow. And he's still putting up numbers like that with a good defense.
That's where the win and loss record comes into play, because we know the Ravens have won more games. And that's what, as fans, we always say, and I've seen this comment on my channel that the quarterback gets blamed when when the team loses, the quarterback gets praised when the team wins. And this is why I always say, we always talk about this being the ultimate team sport. It's more than just, okay, this quarterback, as he's saying, you can't compare the two quarterbacks. You can compare the two quarterbacks stat-wise, but when it comes to the win and loss record, that's when it comes to the defense, the special teams, the coaching, the organization. All of that comes into play.
Y'all see that, right? There are three phases to the game. But the problem, I'm gonna just get harp on this because I haven't even gotten them on my Desmond Ritter thing, but I just opened up a whole nother thing. But at the end of the day, it's not about numbers. It's who can you tolerate. It's all about who can you tolerate. You said it very interesting. 9th in the league in defense. You arguably got one of the best special teams in the game. The team wins the game. TEAM.
Say that again, K Styles. Not the quarterback. Who wins the game?
The team wins the game.
Not Tom Brady. The team.
And like I said, my issues is not about if a quarterback does well. My issues is really not even on the quarterbacks in general. My issue is negating everybody else. Cause that's what we tend. That's what, and I'm gonna say it. And I'm gonna say it like this. That's a lot of us football fans. That's what we do. We tend to negate everybody else and pinpoint to this one guy says he's the reason why we're winning, or he's the reason why we're losing. Or you may say, oh, you don't know football because this guy's at fault for everything. If that's the case, if we're going to put it all on quarterbacks and right there in general, that's why I say I'll make a suggestion. Let's take all the NFL teams. Let's get rid of everybody else and turn this into the NFL quarterback challenge for 17 games this year. We're looking at Aaron Rodgers right now in Green Bay looking inconsistent as hell. We looking at the Raiders right now. Like I said, their running game is starting to come around. But like you said, the running game wasn't coming around. The defense wasn't playing well. They was looking real shaky over there. Come on, people.
Let me throw another stat in there too. All right, told you we love stats up here. Does anybody know how many close games the Falcons have been in? And what we mean close games is one-score games.
Almost every dang near one of them except the Bengals.
That's
10. 10 games. 10 one-score games. 10 of them. So that's Marcus Mariota isn't the reason why we're losing if we're in 10 one-score games. Sometimes it takes, if you have that superstar, whether it's on defense, offense, sometimes you need one of those guys. So with that being said, on the offense, we know for the most part, those guys on the offense is Kyle Pitts and Cordero Patterson. One of these guys are out for the season, and one of these other guys have been out 3-4 games. 3 games, to be exact. If I'm not mistaken. 3 games for Cordero Patterson. So these are our playmakers, and those guys have been out. Kyle Pitts was, from what I learned, Kyle Pitts has been dealing with the hamstring issue the entire season, for most of the season. And on defense, we can clearly say that Grady Jarrett is that guy, that superstar on defense, and the other guy is AJ Terrell, another guy that was out for 3 games. Baltimore hasn't had that issue. So if the Falcons are constantly on offense struggling and they have their stars out, how can we point the finger at one guy? If we're going to point the finger at one guy and say he's the reason why we're losing, he has to be the same reason why we're in these 10 one-score games. Just saying, people.
And Fred Bus came with another 5. He said Fred has no weapons. Mariota had picks and still didn't perform. I don't want Lamar. I'm just saying. If anybody, like I said, once again, I'm gonna have to ask a question. Who was ranked as the number 1 tight end coming into this league this year?
I don't know, but I know that Mark Andrews is really good at tight end for the Ravens. I'd say that.
It was Mark Andrews.
It was Mark Andrews, not Travis Kelce. It was Mark Andrews.
Like I said. Well, number 1, number 2, goddamn. He was one. He was top 3.
He a top 5 tight end. So
yeah. Who was ranked high above Kyle Pitts. See, but the thing is when we start having these conversations like this, Like I said, it's easy to talk about one person, but if you put the same subject on another player that is popular, see, then it becomes then that's where the yeah buts come around. But when it's somebody that you don't want to see no more, it's definitive. When you put it against when you put that same quarterback in a certain light in that same conversation, it's not so definitive anymore. So as we speaking on that, man, and like I said, I want to let me. I knew what I was supposed to do. I was actually supposed to give shouts out. Hold on, I got to bring these names up. I got to actually bring these names up too, because I did a community tab on my channel, and I want to give shouts out to RC Plane Builder, Keyshawn Vlad, Noah Tyndale, Rakondo, Nick G, Jeremy. I don't know how to fuck say that last name. Jeremy Schneed, and another person that said that user TI9 because when I because they actually gave me the reasons why they want to see Desmond Ritter. Let me speak on that again. They gave me the reasons on the expectations on what they want to see from Desmond Ritter. And these are the only guys that have actually told me why. So I want to give a shout out to those guys because ain't nobody told me nothing. But we've been on this quarterback. We like I said, at the end of the day, with this quarterback conversation, these folks gonna wish death upon us because they're gonna wish death upon us anyway because
They don't like stats. I don't think they like stats.
but
I mean, I do have another stat, dude. I do have another stat. Can I read those real quick? If it's not too late.
Go ahead. Go ahead.
The reason why I want to read these stats is because you guys literally just stated that he doesn't have any weapons. Obviously, I think we all know what the Atlanta Falcons this season, when it comes down to the wide receiving core. All right, you say we have weapons. Well, the numbers don't state that. The numbers actually state that when you look at the Atlanta Falcons, they have 1, 2, 3 guys over 20 passing, 20 receptions. Well, this is 1, 2. The Falcons have the Baltimore Ravens has 10 guys with 10 plus receptions on that team. 10 guys with 10 plus receptions. The Falcons have 7 guys with 10 plus receptions. Only 7. So for me, why are we saying that Baltimore doesn't have weapons? Clearly, Lamar thinks so if he's throwing to these guys. The Falcons don't have these guys. So this is another reason why we keep telling you guys, if you're going to have an opinion, you got to be able to back it up. Got to be able to back it up. Got to be able to back it up with something. Because the numbers don't state that. The numbers state something completely different. So just had to throw another stat out there.
All right. So like I said, at the end of the day, I'm gonna shut all this shit down right now. I'm gonna shut it all down.
They not gonna like they not gonna like
At the end of the day, whether it be Marcus Mariota or Desmond Ritter, we don't damn know. Because at the end of the day, rather what we want, what does Arthur Smith want?
That's all that matters.
That's all that's gonna matter, y'all. We can be blue in the face and talk about this guy need to be this guy need to be that. We should have drafted this guy. We should have drafted this guy. Why he's doing good over there? Why he's not good over here? We don't fucking know what the outcome of all this shit is. Because who says? So let me ask y'all a question then. And like I said, William. And all I hear you say is, I want to win, I want to win, I want to win. That is one of the most generic ass statements I always hear.
I just want to win, man. I don't care who the player is.
When you say your expectations, no, I'm going to say it, take it to it like this. If the guys we have, if, like I said, let's throw this scenario. If let's say Desmond Ritter's the starter for the rest of the season, I'm asking everybody a question right now. If Desmond Ritter is the starter after the bye week, as a fan, are you giving him a chance in 2023? I'm waiting on answers now. Goddamn, fuck what we talking about up here. I want answers on this. Because this, like I said, this is what I want to know. Because as a Falcon fan, and what I've seen and what I've heard, is you, like I said, if it's guys that you haven't perceived to say is your particular favorite, you don't give chances like that. Now, Jew said this earlier, but damn it, I'm asking it now. No, Jay, no, Jay, you ain't answer my question. He starts this week, and no matter what the outcomes is for the rest of the season, are you going to still, in your mindset, are still going to be in this corner in 2023?
Yeah, that's exactly what I thought. That's exactly what I was expecting. Right there. That's exactly what I was expecting right there.
You see the answers is all over
I already
the
see the
damn place.
Yeah, I already got what I look. That's it. He said exactly what I was expecting.
But like I said, that's the thing. The reason why I asked that question is because it's all a process.
Yeah, no matter the outcome, you still gonna be.
It's all a process.
Kev gonna ask the question again.
Damn, but y'all can't spell, man. Y'all don't turn to
the Desmond.
Bro, they ain't typing nothing, bro. They feel like it's a trap.
Mm-hmm.
They feel like it's a trap. They don't even want to respond to it.
Look, and this is my point. A lot of them is going to turn
one
on
person I saw respond to it. I saw one
A lot of them are going to turn on him as soon as they don't get the results from him, and that is my thing. Cause
you already said it.
That's all I
Let me
need
say
to
the
know.
guy. Let me say the one guy. K-Style. Let me say the
Go
one
ahead.
guy that I think.
Go ahead.
The only person that was man enough to be honest about it was this guy. Hold on, let me find it. That's it, right there.
Yep.
He was the only person that was man enough to say it. That's it. Come on. That's exactly what I'm saying. Just be honest about it. If he's horrific, no, not gonna be it. And that's exactly that's exactly what we're talking about. This is exactly what we're talking about. That's the exact thing we're talking about. If he's horrific, ain't nobody gonna want to give him a second chance. And that's the whole point. So if he plays, if he comes in, he struggles, the first thing y'all gonna be looking at is who to get in the first and second round as a quarterback.
The first incomplete pass, they're gonna be ready to bench him too. Be real.
Hey, shout out to Dre Harrison.
Right.
Like he said, you're damn right. I'm giving him a chance. I don't trust Ohio State quarterbacks, and Ritter has the most potential in my books. I said it before, and I'll say it again. We're about to see how much better Ritter is over Marcus.
And we get JB. That you can't stop that motherfucker talking, but you ask him a damn question, he don't want to answer. I tell you. He talking like a woman scorned, bro.
Yeah, but yeah, like I said, that's what I'm saying. That's like I said, that's my whole point, man. Is you throw him in there, you got like I said, as a fan, you have to give him a chance because, like I said, he may not have been your cup of tea. Appreciate the love, Val. I said, appreciate the love from everybody, man. At the end of the day. But like I said, we got about 30 more minutes, so we actually was on that topic a lot more than I wanted to, but it just got very
I didn't even realize that.
But the thing about it is we do that. Drew Dahlman gonna have to get his motherfucking snaps in order. This motherfucker is skeet balling snaps like a mug. I be goddamn if like I said, if you're gonna put whatever quarterback in, if I see another motherfucking football hit the ground before it touches the quarterback, dude, I'm gonna be screaming like Mariah Carey. I'm telling you right now. Like, God damn it. I'm like, God damn it, Drew. And Fred Buzz came with another two. He said, yes, because I've always said he's a beast. Yeah. Yeah, like I said, there's a few people that have been on the Ritter wagon from the get-go. There's quite a few of them, and there's a lot of people that have. So. And rounds with the $5 super sticker, so we definitely appreciate that.
Appreciate that.
So, my brothers, let me and William, boy, your energy in this chat compared to when you be on the show is completely different, bro. I'm sorry, bro. You are completely different in the chat than when you get on.
He about to bounce back.
But yeah, like I said, Drew Dahlman, Matt Hennessy. Like I said, we talk about Marcus Mariota and what he can't do and what he shouldn't do and what he hasn't done. And I'm asking everybody, so y'all telling me y'all rather see dribble snap Drew Dahlman out here every week? What y'all thoughts on that, man?
I kind of talked about this going into the season 2K. It's like all deja vu, bro. I said it going into the season. I said, even though Matt Hennessy is hurt, so we can't really go to Matt Hennessy. But going into the season, and this is why I keep saying that we're not professionals, and it goes back to what Kay just said of it doesn't matter what we want or what we think, because Arthur Smith is going to do what he sees fit. He's the head coach of the Atlanta Falcons, not us. So at the end of the day, he's going to do what he sees fit and what's best for this team. But I talked about it during training camp and during the preseason, and I stated I felt like Matt Hennessy was the better of the two as far as the center position to start, because he played all last season. It all goes back to player development. But I stated Arthur Smith, Terry Fontenot, they drafted Drew Dalton. They didn't draft Matt Hennessy. He wasn't one of their guys. Just like Deion Jones wasn't one of their guys. Let's just be real. That's the reason those guys are not here. When they brought in Rashaan Evans, he was a guy that played for Arthur Smith, or he was with that Tennessee Titans organization. They were familiar with him. Dean Pease was familiar with them, with him. That was the reason why we saw a lot of those players from Chicago, a lot of those players, those free agents come over from the Tennessee Titans, because those were their guys. And it all goes back to what you said, Kay. You said the most profound thing tonight. It doesn't matter what we want. They get mad at us, but at the end of the day, we didn't want Deion Jones gone. Did they care? We
Right.
watch
Exactly.
what we said. They don't care what we think. At the end of the day,
it doesn't matter what you think.
Exactly. They don't care what we think or what we feel. At the end of the day, Arthur Smith's job is on the line. He has to make the final decision. They have to make the final decision. Terry Fontenot has to make the final decision on the roster, these guys. So at the end of the day, doesn't matter what we feel or what we think, because that evidently they don't care. We see this linebacker play every single week. We complain about Michael Walker every single week in coverage, but they still got rid of Deion Jones because that's what they felt was best. So at the end of the day, doesn't matter what we feel and what we think, because at the end of the day, they earned the right. Him being the head coach, they earned the right to do what they see fit with this team. We just got to sit back and take it. And if we can say what we feel, we can boo-hoo cry and do all of this up here, but at the end of the day, they're going to do what they feel is right. So at the end of the day, that's why I keep going back to, we're not professionals. We're just going to give you guys the stats, the facts, and the truth. But at the end of the day, whether we like it or not, they're going to make the final decision.
And Dre Harrison here says, I'm sticking with Desmond Ridder over any quarterback in this upcoming draft. At some point, we have to develop talent. Bam. Dre Harrison just said. Dre Harrison literally just said the main thing the Falcons' problem has been for the last 5, 6, 7 years. We have to develop talent. Not just quarterback, all around talent.
Feelings.
Hey, look, I'm about to say. Feelings. Oh, make me say again, girl. You're all I need is a W. That's when you know. Hey, that's when you know we stalling for stuff. But for real, yeah. Like I said, Drew Dalton, I'm gonna call him Flow Rider from now on. That's gonna be his new nickname for me, is Flow Rider. Because every time he snaps the ball, it goes low.
Wow, really?
Exactly. Exactly. And like I said, that's all we talk about, man. Like I said, it's and somebody asked a question here. Hold on. It was a question I asked. Oh God, MJL said, "How do you feel about Cam Newton saying he's better than all the quarterbacks in the NFC right now?" And your
Me
ass,
too. I'm better than everybody. What you think about that? I ain't even the quarterback. He ain't one either. So how you gonna be better than everybody?
that motherfucker doing talk shows right now. He
Hey,
doing
come
that.
on, man.
I like his show though. It's nice.
He's an entertainer. He's very entertaining. I'll say that.
Mm-hmm. But outside that, yo ass, ain't still nobody still picked his ass up. Pamela Johnson asked, "What center Ritter is practicing with?" We really don't know. It may
Only
be
three.
There's only 3 centers
only
we got.
3 centers.
we got Flow Rider.
Hell, we know I ain't there.
We got Flow Rider. It's the star.
Man, go call him Flow Rider.
His ass Flow Rider for now on, bro. I'm sorry.
Don't do that. Don't do that, man. Like that. Damn, what?
His name is Flow Rider. Until he can give me a goddamn shotgun snap that ain't bouncing off the ground. And the bad part about it is they bounce off the ground at the wrong time.
The wrong time, bro.
Always the wrong time. He'll have
that boy Kobe Bryant with them snaps, boy.
Look, the bad thing, he would have 2 drives where he will snap the ball perfectly, and then he would come back in the next drive and snap it low 3 times in a row.
At the wrong time. The old man Mike. Y'all really think y'all hurt my feelings saying the old man Mike? Because I don't want to hear that bullshit y'all talking. Oh, the old man Mike would have dropped the knee. This is K-Style show. He's the leader. Okay? I told y'all I'm not the leader.
But you know how that is though. I'm not the big name here, so they don't give a shit about me. Let's keep it real.
Everybody think I just run everything. I don't run everything. This is a collective effort over here. All right. So at the end of the day, man, again, what you said earlier, I'm just a fan. I'm just a fan. So let me say this, man. Let me say this real quick. We got another topic. I don't know if we got another topic, but I'm gonna say this real quick.
I got a question for y'all though.
Go ahead.
That'll be the next topic. But go ahead. Mike.
Okay, so let me just say this, man. Y'all hear me say this all the time. Every time I do my rants, y'all should know this by now. If you're gonna get in your feelings, don't click our videos, don't hit like, don't subscribe. Just you got your opinion, I got my opinion, Juke has his opinion, K-Styles has his opinion. So if you're gonna get in your feelings, just don't subscribe. Just don't watch. It's that simple. Don't click the link when we put it there. You'll be one of the first ones to click the link when we allow you to come on the show. So don't get in your feelings, okay? Take it easy. Relax.
Why? Where did that announcement come from? What happened?
No, I saw something from a certain person.
Oh Lord. Who was it? You want to go ahead and bust them out? Let's see who said what. If you got it.
Nah, I'm good. I'm good. We'll talk about that later. We got business to do.
Right. So I guess okay, Jude, what's the question you got for us, man?
and I don't know if it's even a question, but it was something that I was just thinking about. Because you guys know, as Mike said, as content creators, your mind's always going. You're thinking about stuff. You're looking at, you're researching things. And I just thought, about some of the issues that this Falcons organization or our team has been having just this season. Since we were talking about the reasons, is what I did in my last video when I talked about Desmond Ridder, the real reasons why this Falcons team have lost a lot of games this year. And one of the biggest reasons that I continue to circle with that red marker is the trenches. And I go back to that first initial game against the Panthers and the second game against the Panthers that we lost on that Thursday night game. And believe it or not, the Carolina Panthers gave every team in the league the blueprint to beat this 2022 Atlanta Falcons team. That Thursday night game when we was on national television, the only NFL game on, the Panthers gave every team in the league the blueprint. And since that game, every team has followed that blueprint. How do you beat a bully? You beat a bully. You run the ball. If the Falcons are going to run the ball, guess what? Every team that's beaten us in these last 3 to 4 games, I believe in the last quarter, we lost 3 out of the last 4 games we played. If you go look at the stats, I went and pulled up the stats. You go look at the Pittsburgh game. You go look at the game against the Commanders. Every single one of those teams ran the ball for 150 plus yards against us. We say that this Atlanta Falcons team, this 2022 Atlanta Falcons team, that their identity is physicality. What have the last 3 losses come down to? Being out physical. If we want to be real about it, in the trenches. You hear Arthur Smith talking about in his press conferences, well, we haven't had a lot of opportunities in these games on offense, on the offensive side of the ball, low possession games. Why is that? You can't get off the field on third down. You can't get off the field as a defense. You're making, you're not capitalizing on offense on your opportunities to extend drives. So I just want you guys to think about that. It all goes back to that Panthers game on that Thursday night where they gave every team in the league the blueprint to beat this Falcons team, which is be physical with them. Don't try to get cute. Don't throw the ball where you can possibly throw an interception, when you can just run the ball for 5 yards in a cloud of dust. When we seen Brian Robinson running over everybody and their mama on our team, running for looks like 10 yards a clip every single play. They've given every team in the league the blueprint to beat us. What does this Atlanta Falcons team have to do with this offseason? Get better on the defensive side in the trenches.
They got to get better linebackers. Yeah. The linebacker crew, they have to get better. They're not aggressive. Outside of Sean Evans, their tackling and their gap discipline is absolutely atrocious, man. Yeah, I expect that from Troy Anderson, but Michael Walker has just been such a disappointment. He's been in the league 2-3 years now, and his gap discipline is really the issue, and it's a lot of fear. He doesn't hit. He doesn't want to be hit. He doesn't want to hit guys, and he just shies away from contact. And that's really where teams are going at. What you got, K-Stan?
There's actually a comment here. I want to know if this is true, and I'm going to give a shout out to Nathan Floyd. He says the guy on the radio, he forgot his name, was saying that they get to watch warm-ups, but they don't watch practice. Because I asked a question yesterday.
Oh, the guy from the radio.
Very interesting. Now, I don't know if he's talking about a sideline reporter or one of those beat writers or whatnot. But if he is, and they not really watching practice like that, or they're not allowed to, tells you everything you need to know. They not
Yeah, I
giving
don't
up.
think they're allowed to watch practice because I haven't heard not one reporter said they were allowed. I think they allow certain portions of practice to watch for them to watch, but I don't think they're able to do that. And the only ones that's been reporting the fact that the Falcons have been working with Ritter is their own reporters.
Yeah, because that kind of goes back to the question I asked Monday was, um, are there little secrets and stuff that we don't know about? Only because I said before, we didn't find out Matt Hennessy was practicing at left guard literally until the day before the game. So, like I said, we don't know. We really don't. But going back to your question, Drew. Yeah, man, trenches. The issue with, like I said, the issue is like with the D. I think the issue with the team in general. I'm just gonna say it like this: both sides of the football don't really get off the quick starts. Let's just keep it real on that. They don't get off the quick start. Defense don't get off the quick starts. Because if you pay attention to a lot of the time, and then you said something profound too, is that the last 3 losses we done had literally came from teams doing exactly what we do. Bully ball. I'm gonna run the ball on your ass.
I'm not gonna put the ball in harm's way. I'm gonna run the ball.
Mm-hmm.
I seen a comment in the chat where somebody said that no, the defense has been holding teams under 20. Don't matter. If I'm winning the game, why do I need to score more points against you if I'm winning? If I can just run the clock out.
I mean,
that's the main thing we did in the Super Bowl. If I'm winning, what's the point of me scoring more points? At that point, the clock's your friend. And that's what teams are doing. Teams are not trying to blow us out. Let's be real. They're not. The only team that blew us out, like we go back to, is the Cincinnati Bengals. And that's because that's their style of play, is they want to go up and down and throw the ball deep. Every other team has literally came in and punched us straight in the mouth. That goes on the whole front seven. I'm not going to just even blame the linebackers. Yeah, Michael Walker, he stinks that he's not shooting his gaps and stuff like that. But at the end of the day, what do we always say? Who keeps your linebackers clean? Those guys up front. And we can't expect Grady to do that by himself. I was told that Taquan Graham didn't matter. I couldn't tell watching these games. Seemed like we did a lot worse than Taquan Graham been out of the game.
I think we were. Yeah.
Boy, talk about the reasons why we're here. That's why I said every time I see Taquan Graham, I'm like, I apologize. We apologize, bro. We need you out there. Like I said, it's so many things wrong with this team right now, and the fact that they got five wins so far this year, despite all these inefficiencies going on all aspects of the damn team. I'm just telling you. I'm just telling you. They've exceeded a lot of expectations, bro. Like I said, it goes back to building the team the right way. You always start somewhere. You gotta start somewhere. Like I said, last year, your identity was Matt Ryan. The problem is this year is you don't know what the hell the identity is as far as who is the predominant alpha male on this team. You're still figuring it out. Now, this is another thing where Marcus Mariota, and I'm trying to stay away from that, but this is another thing where Marcus Mariota is kind of losing ground as far as this quarterback thing is you got to show if you're the dominant alpha male out there. And the problem with this team right now is you don't have an alpha, you don't have that captain, that leader that you see on the field.
Well, let me say something. I think the Atlanta Falcons defense is doing a pretty good job in the first two quarters.
Mm-hmm.
The defense is doing a pretty good job in the first two quarters. The reason why the Falcons get worse in the second half because Timmy Horn has come in and did a wonderful job as that nose, the guy that's going to plug up the middle.
Mm-hmm.
But the issue is like over time the Falcons end up, becoming victim of depth. They don't have guys that's going to come in and spell a guy like Timmy Horn, and that's the problem. And that's what you're losing with Taquan Graham being out. You don't have that depth at that nose tackle. So in the fourth quarter, you start to see that you start seeing that issue. Them teams starting to kind of wear down the linebackers, and especially with the gap discipline with Michael Walker. He's just like I said, the gap discipline. You got Darren Hall just act like he's scared crapless. Like he's just scared shitless, to be honest. Let's just keep it like that. Let's keep it real. He's just scared shitless. He don't want no parts of any physicality. Isaiah Oliver is still kind of working his way back as far as from his injury. So like I don't have an issue with the Falcons defensive line at all. I think these guys are doing a wonderful job in the first two quarters. But like I said, when you don't have the depth, that's why Taquan Graham is being missed because of the depth. Because like I said, Anderson and Horn are doing a wonderful job, but those guys are one-dimensional. Taquan Graham is a guy that you can put on the edge, you can put in the middle, in any spot like Grady Jarrett, and just move him around, and he's going to be a beast. And that's what the Falcons are missing. They have guys like Timmy Horn. Timmy Horn is good at one thing. They're in a stopgap. Abdullah Anderson, he's the same thing. He's the guy that come in, he's going to be a stopgap. He's going to stop the run. But after that, those guys get tired. That's when you see teams go to their run game and the Falcons can't stop it because the linebackers are just absolutely atrocious. Outside of Evans, right now, Troy Anderson is getting better, but he's not there. But like I said before, the issue is the Falcons' depth. I don't think when I look, I like what I see in Horn. I like what I'm seeing in Abdullah. I love what I see in Grady. I love what I'm seeing in Malone. Malone is playing out of his mind right now. I don't think people really paying attention to him because, I mean, he's a youngster. AK is AK. You got Lorenzo. He's a wily veteran. He's always going to be in the right position in the right spot. He's doing a wonderful job. So this is why going into this offseason and having that money so they can get more depth. So the Falcons just need depth at this time. I really am surprised the Falcons aren't the worst defense in the league right now because of the lack of depth. They should be a lot worse than what they are. But being that they have a defensive coordinator like Dean Pease, he know how to put these guys in position to do that one thing that they do well, right? And that's what makes him, like I said, that's what makes him such a good defensive coordinator. That's why the Falcons have been in, again, 10 one-score games this year. 10 one-score games where they could have won all 10 games.
Fred Buzz here has an interesting question. It says, how many years do you think Arthur Blank will get Arthur Smith to win? He gonna let him play his contract out. That's for damn sure. You gotta think about it. You gotta think about it. You literally been playing in dead cap hell money since you got here. Have you ever really thought that maybe Arthur Smith was the only coach willing to take this job?
I mean, what the hell do you expect a guy to do with $80 million in debt? I'm just baffled by some of the questions y'all be asking, bro. The fuck anybody gonna do? Excuse my language, but what the fuck anybody gonna do with $80 million in dead cap? What the hell you gonna buy in Walmart with $2? You gonna be ran up by that motherfucker? Okay? Like, what the hell?
That's
You be asking some of the craziest questions, bro. How many? The man got $80 million in dead cap. You think Arthur Blank is that damn dumb to just get rid of every coach because his team is in $80 million in dead cap? Ain't nobody gonna want, just like K-Styles said. Who the hell gonna want to come here when you got 80? You ain't got no damn money. I'm not gonna spend the night at somebody's house. They ain't got no damn food. They ain't got no damn cover. They ain't got no pillow. They ain't got the lights turned off. Everything. Who the hell gonna want that thing? Hey, bro, y'all, I'm just baffled by some of the questions. This man literally is playing with nothing, and you guys want to go 13, 14, and 2 with nothing. I don't get it, people.
Oh man, that shit just brought up an analogy that actually made me laugh. But it's like, look, think about it like this. It's like going to the club on a Friday night, and the only thing they got to serve to drink is bottled water. You think motherfuckers gonna pay?
I ain't come to the club to drink no damn water. I'm trying to get okay. Like, bro, what we talking about, man?
They said they lost their liquor license. The club with no liquor license.
Man. I don't get it, bro. I don't get it. Oh my god, bro. I'm sorry. I'm sorry, y'all. I apologize.
but that is a point though, man. Like I said, you literally bringing in a coach that literally had a situation where let's bring it in here. The best wide, the top wide receiver in your franchise history, gone. No running game. Defense. A quarterback that we thought was going to be hard to get rid of. That does not fit your offense. You got 7 wins out of that. Go to the next year. You get rid of said quarterback. $40 million dead cap right there. You literally get rid of majority of the staples of your team.
You literally get rid of the best thing on every position almost. You get rid of Calvin Ridley, who was your best wide receiver. You get rid of Deion Jones, who was your best linebacker. Now let's be real, bro. You get rid of your best pass rusher. Like we can say what we want about Dante Fowler. You get rid of your best pass rusher, but we expect to be better. But we get rid of everybody.
Come on, man.
Look, we get rid of your top 2 linebackers, Foyer and Deion Jones.
I don't get it, man. I don't get it.
That's essentially like saying that a coach should be fired because I gave him an XFL team and told him to beat the Kansas City Chiefs. And he can't beat the Kansas City Chiefs with.
Bro, come on, man. Come on, man. Like, ain't no coach that day go good, bro. You need players, bro. You need players in order to win. And to see results, you need players, bro.
But Mike, you said something earlier about people in their feelings. Remember what I always told you is that chaos always shows forth when it's necessary. Just pay attention. Just pay attention. I'm telling y'all right now, bro. I told you we got, it's getting ugly in there right now. So we're gonna go ahead and wind this show down, boy. Cause y'all need to cooling off.
I'm telling you. Bridget, sweetheart, please calm down. We got you.
Look.
She's a real one.
That's a real one. That's one of our day ones right there. So
absolutely.
I was about to say, I don't know who the hell got in yo. You know what? Actually, you know what? Now that I think about it,
let's keep it cool, K-Style.
No. I'm not going off on nothing. I'm just saying. Okay. All I'm gonna say is it makes perfect sense.
Okay. Yeah, I got you.
I'm telling.
It makes sense.
It makes perfect sense. The only reason I say it makes perfect sense is certain people are sent to cause chaos.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely.
We seen two of them in the chat today. And I know where and I know where they came from too, because the energies I got from both of them, I already know where it came from. So let's go ahead and wind this damn show down for the night. Hold on, let me go ahead now. Since let's get the heat out the damn chat. Let's go ahead and put.
Let's hug, people. Let's hug, man.
some throwback. We're gonna close the show with this. Go throw some of that. Hey. So we're gonna get a closing argument. We're gonna get closing statements from my brothers here, man. Let you go ahead and get what you want now.
Go ahead, Drew. Go ahead. You got it.
We appreciate y'all joining us tonight as always. Y'all go ahead and hit the like button, subscribe button. Drew Talk Sports. Just K-Styles, man, K-Styles, Bad Mike Sports. But we're gonna keep giving y'all the stats, the facts, and the truth at the end of the day. Look, it ain't about our feelings. As we say, it make me feel good. At the end of the day, they don't care about our feelings. This is their routine. As they say, the bad guy era is here. They gonna do what they feel is right.
Mm-hmm. Because at the end of the day, we ask for change. We ask for a different mentality. But if go ahead, Mike.
Y'all got K-Styles.
This shit is funny, bro. Look, it's hilarious. Because it ain't nothing but thong showing. And
crying all the time. It ain't nothing but no. Crying all the time.
Mike, I'm gonna just let you know you ain't shit for that. I know exactly what you just did there.
Hey man, y'all continue to support your boy. 6-man K-Style, Drew Talk Sports, man, Mike Sports, Atlanta Falcons Nation, Free Life Sports Podcast, the Unholy Alliance. Like I said before, we're not here to hurt nobody's feelings and let you come there with this energy. You will get what you reciprocate, but for the most part, we are who we are. We're not here to force any opinions on you. We're not here to make you watch us. We prefer that you watch us. We prefer that you have your input. But like I said, if you're gonna get in your feelings and you're gonna cry, you're gonna try to cause chaos, this is not the platform for you. Head to Twitter, head to Instagram, head to Facebook. We have a group, Atlanta Falcons Nation. You can head there and you can cry all you want. This is not where you need to be doing it. This is we're a crap talking organization. You're gonna come here to talk crap, but you're gonna do it in a respectful manner. All right.
Lord,
so we're gonna respect the ladies. Ladies respect men I way because they are the minority when it comes down to this sport. So we're gonna treat the ladies with nothing but respect. Okay, fellas. What that being said, please hit that subscribe button, man. Hey man, this this is definitely going on the podcast. So you guys, if you want to check out this later, I should have it up tonight, so you guys can check it out. For most of you guys who work overnight, I'll have it up on Spotify, Apple, all your podcast platforms out there. I'll have that up shortly. So you guys find us there, Atlanta Falcons Nation, man, My Sports. That's all I got to say about that, man. Please hit that subscribe button. It truly, truly helps. It truly, truly helps. K-Styles, what you got?
Man, like I said, appreciate everybody as usual, man. Like you said, just make sure you go ahead and hit your boy up, 6-man K-Styles. Like I said, we on the road to 2K. I'm trying to get where you at always. Like I said, at the end of the day, we have to really think about this. The Atlanta Falcons content force is one of the lowest content forces as far as NFL fan bases here on YouTube and on the internet. What I mean by that is ain't nobody checking for the Falcons like that. So it's a lot of opinions with so little view time. And I just say it like this, man. Get out your goddamn feelings.
That's okay, man.
Because we have to look. We have to get out of our feelings too when we talking this shit. Like I said, this ain't Mad Mike. This ain't Mad Mike Sports. This ain't Utah Sports. This ain't 6-man K-Style. This ain't AFN. When we say this is everybody, this is everybody. But the thing about it is, we cannot be out here being on one person's platform and praising them and causing chaos on another person's platform just because they don't agree with what your thoughts is. Oh yeah, I forgot Alex is the birthday boy today. So
happy birthday, Alex.
That's right. That's right. Okay, he said I need to. Okay, since he said that, I'm gonna go ahead and give it to him. So if a lot of people don't know, I made fun of a damn Popeye commercial a couple years ago, and that shit stuck on my ass for a whole year. If you don't know what that commercial was, let me go ahead and sing it for y'all right quick. This is for the birthday boy. I'm like I said, he said it, I'm gonna do it. He said, ooh, baby. Hold on. Wait a minute. I actually got something here. Hold on. Don't mind me. Don't mind me.
Oh my God, he's not doing it.
I got Popeye.
Bro, man, hit that damn earbud, man.
All right, people,
really go.
I really did
that. Oh my God.
I need to go watch that commercial. That's the funniest commercial ever, bro. So until next time, people, we ain't here to play.
No, we ain't not. Oh my God.
You see what happens when we have a little bit of fun? You see that everybody calm and cool now? Like I said, this is what I do. This is what we do around here, man. We want to have fun. But like I said, don't bring chaotic ass energy over here, because then now you're gonna rile everybody asses up. And it's gonna turn into a war of the three kingdoms over here.
Right.
All right, people, man.
Oh my God. Deuces, man. Good God, man.
No.